Yes, but black people, we know Liberia is no more. Declaration of Independence was signed in 1847. 11% of people we are known as First Republic. The lost star shall be nevermore.
Indeed, the flag of Liberia, it is crying day by day. As the flag waves to you, it is asking for patriotism, nationalism. But in all we do and what are we doing right, what we say, no matter what, Liberia will rise again. Now, some writer urges us to keep the peace. You know, Jala Griffith chapter 1 verse 1 says, let's talk and talk and talk, and now shall we fight. Fighting shall never be our portion. So let's talk. Let's maintain the peace. So wherever you are, however you listen, whether you are in Bangabong County where our frequency is 90.7, or you are in Makibi where our frequency is 89.7, or in Benjamin which is on 96.7, in Gambasa County 95.7, and we say bienvenue. That's how we say welcome in French. In Kiswahili we say karibu sana.
I pledge allegiance to the
You say karibu sana or you say karibu zaidi? You say karibu sana is being welcome. You say karibu zaidi. You are very, very welcome. Welcome to it. It's on 90, it's 104.1. Our online viewers, we say welcome to. There's a bit, some smaller technical glitches here, but they are being worked on. And so you're not getting us on a live feed. Josh and Lorena are working on that. What are the issues trending here in Liberia? What do you want to know? What you ought to know? We are told the embattled speaker for the Kofa is back in the country. He came on the weekend. We are also told at this hour, this moment, they are having a meeting. The Rule of Law Caucus is having a meeting. So Fonadi Kova is back in the country. He says he will not recognize the speakership of Nangbe Kum. What will be his resolve in this matter? When the Supreme Court ruling was not respected, according to him and others. These are some of the issues. Defying presidential directive, Rosalind Swakogo Dennis refuses to turn over government vehicles as mandated by the president. Disrespectfully, she rides the same vehicle to go to the AACC or lawyers. The people can play with the presidents in this country. I can imagine that. The president who appointed you said you are suspended and hereby directed to turn over all the government properties in your possession. He defied the president and said, I will not do it. He brought a defiance. She rides the same vehicle And he carried the vehicle to the LCC to go answer all corruption charges. Wow, Liberia. Why is President Joseph Newman Boakai speaking the way he spoke the other day about the Liberians who are being deported to Liberia?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of
Why did he speak the way he spoke? Martin L. Colley, welcome to the show. Joseph Kennedy, welcome. David Escape took my welcome. Joseph Kennedy, welcome again. What is happening at the Internal Affairs Ministry? I've tried to get to the minister himself, Minister Sakla Nyimaling. I believe he has sent me a text message to ask to do some inquiries about what is trending on Facebook, what is reported on the radio, in the newspapers about $195,000 just to renovate his office and expand it. They didn't need the approval of the GSC. Not GSC, but the GSA. The GSA is a company, is a government arm that renovates and take all the government assets. What about the PBCC? Did the process go through a bidding process? A competitive bidding process as required by the Liberian government? There are other information coming about the prison, the Maria Center prison, where prisoners who are taken there are released overnight. Drug dealers are also carried there and they are released overnight. We'll talk about that hopefully on Wednesday, because I'm still trying to get the bits and pieces. Trump is coming for you. Joseph Newman Boakai in tune. It's a mockery to the people in the USA. Is it a mockery? Or was it right to say come back home? Are these Liberians in the USA making significant progress and giving back to Liberia's economy through the wiring of monies or whatsoever? Today is a man Victor Dilamu's birthday. Victor Dilamu. I'm dedicating the show to you, Mr. Victor Dilamu. In Johnsonville, today is a birthday. I'm to the all roads lead to your home today. Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn calls for a media intelligence budget to counter-react to what appears to be negative media reports against the government. How effective can that be? Having Liberians seen a reality on the ground? These are easy to talk about this afternoon. But first, I recognize the guys who have joined us.
I pledge allegiance to the
Oh yes, it's a beautiful day. Oh, sorry for that. Joseph Kennedy says, I'm watching. The SK took by is watching us from Takata City, Magibi County. Martin L. Colley, is it a radical Martin Colley? Martin L. Colley? Sorry for that.
He's in the U.S. The Martin L. Colley that is currently following. He's in the U.S. It's not the Martin. Somebody say controversial Martin K. and Colley.
Oh, it's Martin K. and Colley.
Yeah, he's Martin K. and Colley.
So welcome to the show, Martin L. Colley. Welcome. Abraham G. Friday says, I'm watching from Cooper Campus, Nanning District, Temple River, G. County. Bill Williams says, I'm following up from the United States of America. Rosemont City, Minnesota. This beautiful morning. Good morning, my brother. Bill Williams, welcome. Harris J. Saki says, Hi, my name is Harry J. Saki, watching you from Kakata City, Magibi County. Richie, watching from Ghana. How is my younger brother? Receiver Harvey. Receiver Franklin Harvey. He follows us religiously on the show. Dawson Sermon Jr. Thanks, Jala. We appreciate your efforts and the work you keep doing for the country. My name is Patrick A.Y. Sermon, Washington, Virginia City, Lufa County. Ansel Coleman. I'm falling from the Economic Freedom Fighters Liberia office. Ruben S.W. Tukba has joined us. Following us on Looking Town, Vegas Sport, Elijah Sibo. Watching from the New Georgia, Garnersville area. Where Tei watching from Minnesota. Bobby M. Bar, good afternoon, following live from Bushel Island, Monrovia. Apostle Roberts, good afternoon, I'm following you from Looking Town. Welcome to the show. My name is Inner C. Colin, not to be called OJ Mapi. I'm following from Koya Road, Bangabon County. Thanks for the show. We appreciate what you do for our country, Jala. Thanks for joining us. This is Voice of Liberia 104.1, and we're here till 4 o'clock as usual. George is also here. George Wei is also here. He's my co-host. Let me say welcome to you, George.
Yeah, thank you, Jala, and I'm glad to be here this afternoon. Especially when you have too many things happening in Liberia.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here on the overall. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Josh.
Yes, I'm here to introduce you to strike him down. And that's right, folks. I'm talking about baby.
I don't know what the side is coming on there, but this is MC Carol. Let me welcome Sherman P.S. Double. Big brother, good afternoon. So sorry. On my way to you. Okay, I'm waiting for you, my young brother. A journalist, Sherman P.S. Double. You know, George, lots of things are happening in this country. Every time I put the microphone on, mine becomes very hard. I don't know why. So I will pause you. Then when you want to talk, I'll put you on. Mary Tule, welcome. Good afternoon. I'm following you from New Georgia. Essie, thanks for the show. Great job, she says. Mary Tule, welcome. Abraham G. Friday. Oh, Uncle Jala. Mr. Voice on the Bumper Show. Yeah, such a time, such a situation. Harry Lila Brisbane is following as well. Welcome to the show from Pinsville. So, disappointingly, I've been reading on Facebook the disrespectful attitude of a female who should be comporting herself better than what she is. It's not the beauty you carry. But what matters is the character you possess as an individual, as a human being. It's not about the beauty of Rosalind Swakoko Dennis that made the president have appointed her in that prestigious place. The president saw that your attitude was unorthodox So an eminent citizen, former Chief Justice of this country called Gloria Scott, she's on the board of directors at NUCAR. They investigated, and the first time they said, we cannot do this XYZ. She still intended that she would do it. She bought 2 vehicles, which was against the PPCC, not PPCC, but was against what she was told to do. $2,500 car will buy. She bought 2 cars. They both seized her attitude as disrespectful. They recommended to the president for your suspension. And one thing I know, since Joseph Parker took office, every time he suspends, you're not going back. The fact that he suspended you and appointed a very brilliant young man, Mr. Fabian Marcus Lai is now the president and acting CEO, is appointed. So the president said you are suspended as of this moment, and he mandated you to turn over all that belongs to the government. Whether it's a computer, it is a pen, it's a scratch card, whatsoever you get, the car, turn everything over. Her suspension came last week on Thursday. So it's about almost 5 days. She has refused to turn the car over that the government bought, that she bought, and that didn't meet the acquiescence of the board. At the end of the day, she is called to the LACC to go and appear and show reason why she conducted herself in an unorthodox manner. Why she was avoiding stealing. Because the LACC funding has brought lots of stuff up. George Benson the other day. It's not just about a vehicle, but corruption in her places where she works. She drives to the LACC with the same car, or the same cars that she bought, was security point in one, then she wants to drive it on herself, she goes there. If I were the president, I would call the police inspector general to move in that place and disrupt her, try to cover her, and then immediately they start prosecuting her. Pour her down for that car. It's a disrespect to the presidency. There's a female who goes on Facebook. If you criticize her, she comes and insults your mother. She's insulting the private part of another female, all because somebody is critical of her. What kind of intolerance is that? That's a complete nonsense. It makes no sense to me that a female who's supposed to comport herself very well is insulting people on the social media, which is the biggest platform in the world. I cannot stomach this. I cannot stand this. This is one of the biggest disrespect to the presidency. And if I were the president, I would call whosoever I have. I say, go to that LCC, take her down, and I can pour down, bring the car, and carry the GSC. That's complete disrespect to the presidency. You don't have an allegation of corruption or hanging over you. You're not exonerating yourself. You think you'll go by that place? You'll not go by there. The president also named a successor. And interestingly, the man they appointed to the place is also from Bonkante. Bonkante bomb from there, Bonkante man there. You know, so this is disrespectful, and all of those. You know, it's. I cannot stomach this. My sister, I'll give you a call after the show. And the president is the president, and he is a final authority. He speaks, and nobody else speaks. Let me welcome Mr. Abraham G. Friday. Welcome, Anwar Tiller. Hi, Anwar Jala, my brother. Good afternoon to you, brother. Emmanuel B. Roberts. Good afternoon, Voice of Liberia family. My name is Emmanuel Roberts. Watching you from Kakata, Maggie County this afternoon. Keep sending your messages. I'll read them for you on our live feed. Let me hear your thoughts.
Yeah, so Jala, thank you so much. I just want to bring a portion of her suspension letter, and so that the public can know exactly what exactly we're driving at. Now, this is the letter of suspension. It says, I've received a resolution from the Board of Directors of the National Oil Company of Liberia recommending your suspension and investigation for alleged administrative malpractices. I concur with the board's recommendation and hereby inform you of your suspension with immediate effect, without pay, pending conclusion of the investigation, you will turn over. This is where I want Liberians to listen. You will turn over to the Vice President for Operation, Mr. Fabian Marco La, who will serve as acting president or CEO of NOCA. Kind regards, CCLA, Joseph Newman Boaka. So this is the letter that was submitted to the outgoing Swakogo Dennis. And Jala, like you said, sometimes I don't want for us to hold Swakogo responsible for some of the things happening, or some of the disrespect or the disrespectful attitude that she carried out today on the president. But her attitude clearly shows that some of the things that people say that the old man is not in charge of this country, she has just shown to the Liberian people that President Boaka is not in charge of this country. The president should have instructed Greg today to just move there, like you said, and get the cars from this lady. That was being very disrespectful. She was instructed to turn the vehicles over to the president that was appointed to take over the entity. But she said, "Who is he? Who is the president?" And I mean, when I do nothing, if I don't get that for him, it's an insult to the president. Intelligently, she's insulting the old man. Yeah. So it just shows that probably the old man is not in charge of the country, and that's why people don't even see him to be the president. That's what Swakogo is telling us. She doesn't have time. She doesn't even consider the old man to be the president. But some of those around the president, the ones she see to be very important, she see them to be people that are very active, that are doing the work of the president, so that the people she listen to, they say, "Bah, hey, don't turn that thing over."
You carry the Guinea to go sell it.
So
and she didn't know what you carry the Guinea to go sell it on the Ivory Coast. And they'll cross all that border. She'll be in jail. Look at the attitude. You know, look, this country is not a military, we're not in a military state. If you dare did that to Charles Taylor or the in-president, someone can't do, you'll be in jail by now. You'll be in jail while they finding all the force on you and bringing the proper fasting on you, and then when they have consulted all the other legal things, they say, we're going to carry the court. You'll be in jail. Before you go to court, you'll be in jail. And my urge to the government is to ensure that this lady does not escape prosecution. Because you know, in so many instances, this president has suspended people. Take, for example, the LRRC. Patrick Woolsey was suspended for the second time in government. The first time the Ellen government, where he served as deputy minister of the Ministry of Information, Culture, Affairs and Tourism, he abused the public trust. He was suspended. He almost got dismissed. But folks on the Unity Party came and talked for him. They had him reinstated. He comes again. They steal money that belonged to the Liberian government, brought the people from Ghana and put it in tanks in Banga and other places around here. To resettle your own citizens who have been struggling in Ghana. Their lives have been trampled. The Ghanaian authorities are saying, we didn't want it here. Carry them back to your country. You brought them to dignify their lives. You took the money, you siphoned it, and you gave money to people the money that doesn't belong to. You inflated the resettlement benefits. Just so others will benefit from it. If the president start to ensure that those who are abusing the public trust, and they are prosecuted, they go to court and clear their name, this will just be the same. People will not be afraid again of the president. You take, for example, the president said, declare your assets. How has it been 1 year now? Only 350 persons have declared assets. The rest of them say pass around here, they're not declared assets. That's a defiant and disrespect to the president's authority. So if the president cannot take serious of these smaller matters, what about corruption? Go declare your asset. You say, no, I'm doing it. You define the presidency. If you are having party position, you got to resign for that position. Let somebody in the party take the one, you say no again. So how long will you guys keep disrespecting the president? And he doesn't say anything about it. And we always say in this place that it seems that the old man is not in charge of this country. His surroundings are the one running this country. My God. Let me welcome Clara Kuja Mala, my sister. Hi there. We have a deal with Central Boss will be here on Wednesday. We'll be working on that. Want to talk about corruption issues. Abel Gonoti, thanks for the update. I'm following from the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Stephen Nangwe, good afternoon. Watching you from Pueblan community. You're disabled friend. I'm back on Facebook. Thank you, my brother, for coming. Stephen Nangwe. Nina Kuya, good afternoon, guys. At my end, she says, she now tells us where she watches us from. Nina can tell us. Bravi Mbasa, what's happening at the Ministry of Internal Affairs is a result of appointing family members and relatives into government positions. The minister is the president's nephew. For a government to succeed, the leader must do away with relatives' appointment. Yes, nepotism should be stopped. But Saleh, our financial sector heads eye of Lufa, what the motive of such appointment, if not corruption, reference MOF, CBL, ARA, etc. and etc. Barbie Mba, I concur with you. God favor Lawrence Thomas. I'm watching from Sinker. Isaac Himing Boli. I'm following from Congo Town. Let me go back. Okay, I read his comments up there. Clara K. Mala. Clara Kuju Mala. A very controversial female journalist. When she posted a telephone, I've been laughing. I was like, Clara, you really highness more now. You know, you're a big woman now. But welcome, let me welcome my Uncle Shafa Boli. I've not seen Shafa for almost 2 years. And his number available to me. They are not on. That's my uncle. I want to see him, man. Shafa Boli, welcome to the show. I know he's not listening. Someone telling that your own nephew want your number. Shafa Boli, a very good big brother and uncle. Now, so there's a disturbing news coming up that comes from the Internal Affairs Ministry. As I said in my intro, I've tried to reach out to the Minister of Internal Affairs. Perhaps he sees his number because some of these people, when they come from where they come from, when they become people, they change their numbers. Because what happened is that they were there are people who are giving them support. But when they succeed, they don't want for people to bother them, so they change their numbers. I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying maybe perhaps they change his number. But all the numbers available to me, I tried calling him saying yesterday, I'm not getting this morning. I sent a text message to him asking that I want to speak with him on this matter so he can give us an audience. Not yesterday, rather. Since then, I've not received any reply from the minister. But I will say go beyond this one because it has to do with carrying on somebody. On Sunday evening, Saturday evening, I heard this information on the Spoon Network and I followed religiously to the end. And I've seen it in the papers, I've seen it on the Facebook, and it's reported on all the media. What is happening at the Ministry of Internal Affairs needs to be looked at with two eyes open very clearly. And I listen to Bobby Bai and I concur with him. If people appoint family people in government, that's how they behave. I recall so vividly when President Weah was in power, one of his brothers was given a consultancy at the port. And it's Lawrence Weah also. When the Liberian Port got to know that man was a consultant, not even appointed by his brother, the noise on the opposition was so much. President Weah has asked Bill Twawe, then managing director of the National Port Authority, to let go of the man. So the young man was removed from his position. President Weah, as president of this country for 6 years, he now appointed his family in the government. I know one of his brothers who used to go to lecture already at the Ministry of Information there. That guy now had a job. President Weah, two sons were not in government. They were not even running any programs for the government. I hear people say Jojo and his brothers are the ones cutting the shock for their father. But yet their names are not in any government thing though. So what's why they make it that way? So I believe what the guy said. And then the government should take this thing as a first information, and the LACC also should invite the minister, because there are two things LACC does. LACC will recall something they call walk-in evidence. You can be a citizen and walk at the LACC with this evidence saying, I have conducted my own investigation that George Weah is involved in corruption. He's the Minister of Internal Affairs. Then they will invite the man, or they will send people to come and verify information. So there's a walking evidence that you can go and give the LACC. As a media reports this, I'm not going to say much about it until I can get to the bottom. I will speak to my uncle Newman about that. But if it is what happening, the same way the LACC invited Rosalind Swakowo Dennis, they should invite the Minister of Internal Affairs to give some information about this money that he's using $195,000 to expand and renovate his office. But this is an office that was occupied by a very, very clean minister too, Fanny Salif. He worked in the Ellen government. He was maintained by President Weah for 6 years. There were renovations done in that place before. So what kind of renovation you want to put in that place? What kind of chair you want to put there? What kind of furniture you want to put there? So go on it or diamond on it. That go there on the table there and the chair there, my people. Then you want to use $195,000 to buy equipment for your office and renovate. That $195,000 can build almost how many horses? 5, 6 horses. Yeah, he can build all the horses. He can renovate the entire Ministry of Internal Affairs. But now we get information that to just renovate that entire place, the cost is around $400,000. And that work is given to a private company to do so. So what is the work of the GSA? The GSA that takes over government assets. When the president is going to speak at the SONA, is the GSA that goes there and set up the place. If you want to renovate your office, it should be the GSA coming to see the necessity of doing that. But you leave them out and want to renovate one office for $195,000. What a broad day corruption. In my Darren Zealand voice, corruption seems to be walking on Broad Street wearing a 3-piece suit and nobody dare arrest it. We want to hear more voices on these matters. Go out the days when we heard the voices of the man called Michael Francis on these matters. They were the moral voices here when he died. Ellen went to pay tribute. Ellen said this man is a moral conscience of the country. The late Kafuma Kone, the Muslim scholar, they spoke fearlessly to power, to Charles Stiller. But where are the men of this country? Where are the religious leaders? Where are the moral voices? Imam Krayi was one of those here during the Weah time. He was so critical of the Weah government. I'm told he has been given a job somewhere or a board member somewhere. He's there, he can talk again. And the Muslim big men are talking all the time. Every day, government corrupt. But they in government, they ain't talking now. We got to close our mouths. Anyway, my man told me, say, when you eating, don't talk. When you eating, don't talk. When you're in government, you see the wrong thing government, you don't talk so. That's why many people, many people, how do I want to call it? Many people praised Matthew Nyempulu, the young man from the Ministry of Information. You know, I didn't like his disposition on this matter because you gotta be there for you gotta come from there for you talk. Be there and talk. Let it fire you. But he left and before he talk about the PPT. This country will retrogress if we don't take actions. These things are happening. Our international colleagues are looking at them. You cannot say that you have a freeze on account from the US government for 3 months and they will not get money for 3 months here based on the US policy. When they come back to review that Liberia is fit to go back on the USAID program, you go back there. But amidst all of these things, corruption is still showing its ugly face in the offices of people. Where do we go? Where do we go? You know, something happened in this district where we sit. I think district number 8. Representative Prince Tor was attacked by men believed to be gangs. And people attributed that to Akara's Square, that he did it. And I saw Akara's post, and I listened to him on the radio, that he doesn't know what happened. But whosoever may be beyond that, I think it was wrong. Wrong to go and attack the lawmaker. If you don't have anything to say, if you don't believe in his leadership, wait until after 2029 or 2029, go to the polls and remove him. That door is open. And remove him. You don't have to go in the street and attack man. I know Prince of anywhere. I didn't know him. He doesn't know me. When you draw me big and put my bros in and ask Prince to say who that man, you say I know that man. I've not seen him before. I've seen him before, but I've not talked to him before. But I think what happened here on that fateful day where men attacked him, and I saw a post, he said they will attempt to assassinate him. One may believe that because if you are attacked by a group of young people, and then you don't know their motives. So what happened is, Prince Talk today. It will be another representative. That's the same thing that happened at the campus of the University of Liberia, where young men just put themselves together. When they see government officials go there, they go inside and start beating you and chuck you a rock. It took one man called campus to defy them and move on the campus. That didn't stop. The way it is starting now, if care is not taken, I'm told the police arrested one, and that man should be prosecuted. And assault to a lawmaker. These hooliganism must stop. Our country deserves better. You can't make a man very vulnerable in his own district. When he's moving around, he gotta get bodyguard. When he get on Broadway, he be looking behind him to know who is coming to attack him. I can't say he doesn't know about it. Yes, he saw it. I saw it on a post. It was good. He made it clarity. Because people say it was he who sponsored the guy to do it. But why Akawa want to do that thing in the first place? Akawas know even when he attacked that man, says yeah, he'll not be in power. So why you do that? But you don't do it. But there are people in the district, maybe they are disenchanted about the conduct of the lawmaker. But with all that, you cannot go and attack the man. Let me recognize a few of the guys who will come back. Talk the last issue, that we'll have the phone lines open. You have to check. Let me check whether our man Dylan O'Brien is coming. Duarte, welcome. Good afternoon, Chala. Are you saying that this lady still has 3 cars in your possession? She has a car, all the 2 cars. She got in your possession. The car woman wrote to go to the AICC. She defied the president. In other words, I dare you, Papi. I dare you. Can't take the car for me. That's what it means. Yeah, that's what it means. You dare the president. Jeff Kuyate, good afternoon, Uncle John. I'm watching from Peace Island. President Joseph Walker is, oh your voice so hard, so now be careful now. And okay, instead of taking or talking for our people in the USA, he put his, he talking to the people, man. So now be respectful. Yeah. So I can want edit with my mouth or my eye, but it's difficult.
It's
so
difficult to do that.
You can criticize the government, you can say, but not cause the president.
Honestly, yeah. Jala, quickly for the benefit of our listeners. Mm-hmm.
No,
not the cash giveaway, but I come to announce the cash giveaway. The NIMA, the National Elections Commission, they've declared April 22nd as the date of the by-election in NIMA. So the election will be on the 22nd. That's the 23rd, April 23rd. Is it? Yes, let me get it clear. The thing is very small. Okay, April 22nd. Yeah, April 22nd will be the date of the by-election. And this is the calendar of events. It's been posted on the website of the National Elections Commission.
Okay.
Yes. So the 10th of February is the release of the key dates, which is today. The 10, the issuance of rate of election, February the 28th, 2025, publication of by-election regulation and guidelines.
We can talk more about that later. We don't have much time. We can talk about it on Wednesday.
Yeah, sure. So the issue involving.
Let me just read it.
Okay, go ahead.
Jeff Kuyate is asking, he's watching us. Saros will come and talk along. Watching from Boys Town by Gibby County to Basi, Christopher relative to Basi. Folks in 2024. 23 Liberia received 800 million in personal remittance, way above the country's budget. So how can a grandfather of Liberia, Joseph Walker, speak to diaspora Liberians who are investing heavily in the country? That's a good concern, my brother Tobazi. Dwell Tay, watching from where? Okay. Man can talk all. I'll read your comment to Basi later, please. You know, you want to say something about that? Just quickly as we pass on.
Yeah,
but
sure.
you know, there was something that took place on the weekend. I was in a district called district number 1 in Bomi County. A philanthropist, very, very, very good woman, and her husband from the USA. She's the president and founder of the group called Raise Your Hand Liberia. Is as the Liberian country director is Mr. Professor Leviticus P. Wama. Unbelievably, we drove to that place in district number 1 around Senje. There is a hospital that was built, $150,000 hospital by an American who don't have no link to Liberia. Dr. Shelley and her husband were here to dedicate that facility. Were there and it was awesome. I was trying to call the country director earlier to inform our place of court to talk about it, but it seems that he's unavailable. But Wednesday we'll have a whole topic about this. But it is awesome. That place is about 20-25 minutes from the road. It's called Yawaya. Yawaya in Bomi County. A huge facility built there with the American people taxpayers' money.
Okay.
She raises the money. She helps people in Liberia. As we speak, they have over 500 students on the scholarship.
That's great.
That is Shelley Spurlock and her husband. So they sponsor children and students in the sciences. And, you know, you go to school, you want to do nursing, they sponsor you. And they give you stipend at the end of the month. That's how many people around the world are giving support to African people. But I appreciate them for that. But Wednesday, we'll talk about it. But go ahead and just make some comments about what we talked about earlier.
Yeah, so Jala, the issue involving Representative Prince Toll is something that we have to condemn. It's condemnable, and I think it's far beyond politics. That's not politics. Prince is a lawmaker, and we think he should be given whatever respect that a lawmaker deserves. Attacking him, we condemn that in the strongest term. When even if you don't agree with some of the things that he's involved with, it's good that you have a discuss, meet him, or find whatever means that you can express, some of the wrongdoings of the lawmaker instead of going to attack him.
That was wrong.
That was actually wrong.
Yeah. So try to get our guest, if he's on his way, let me just tell you the other matter. I was disappointed in the president of our country, His Excellency Joseph Boakai, the other day when he spoke the way he spoke about the diaspora Liberians. Now, our young brother there was talking about the remittance to Liberia, over 800 million that comes to the country every year as a result of Liberians living in the USA. Other countries like South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa is in back-to-back argument with Trump about land grabs and XYZ. He's leaving no stone unturned on the Trump's policy. Hell with America, if you can't give me money, no problem, we can survive here. Other countries are doing the same thing. Probably Kigami and others doing it. But when it comes to Liberia, even though we have long-term traditional ally to America, we don't want to break that diplomatic ties with them. We don't want them to feel bad about Liberia. We will always comment that will be pleasing to them. That American business my hand there. Since I applied for American visa in 2014 when I was vice president of the press union to go for the IJA conference in the States, I was denied with 11 journalists that were going with me. So I have now applied for the American visa. Yeah. Some people can say when you talk about America, they can't let you go there. Who'll tell you? They pull their criticism too. So I've not been in America since 2014. And I've not applied for visa now. But if what is being said by our president is something that people are happy about, then you're not helping your own Liberian brothers. What the guys are doing, I saw Indians that were deported by the Trump administration. The people arrive at the airport, you will see people crying, when somebody died for them. Liberia is a small country. Our brothers go to the hustle. Even though he says when they don't have papers. But the system there to get people to stay in America is very cumbersome. It's very cumbersome. You can't get people easily. So what they do now when they grab you in the street, they process you, you not go back to your house. If you get money in your bank, you're not taking it from there, you put you on a plane, you come back to Liberia. They will not give you a chance. And what that does is that it breaks you away from your family. Because the guys that are bringing back, the men and women bringing back, they also have families there. They have born children there. And these children are American children. You leave them, you take them from their parents. You know, who takes care of them? Will they become the responsibility of the American government? We are talking about 1,560 Liberians who have contributed immensely to Liberia's progress and growth. And I think the president should be negotiating with the American people to ensure that the guys are given different, treated differently. I listened to the Minister of Information the other day that the Minister of Foreign Affairs and others are handling this thing diplomatically. Why they're handling it that way, the president can press Qatar. He say, "You come back to be your country, I'll be the trunk coming for you." That should not be coming from the leader of the country. It shouldn't be coming from the leaders of the country. Can you activate the phone lines now? Are you going to take calls for 10 minutes if Brian comes? 10 minutes, you know, and each caller will have just 1 minute. So this is not good for our country, Mr. President. There will be a better way to tackle this thing, to say it than to say in the raw way you said it already, Mr. President. Joseph M. Boakai, as an aging president, is facing many impediments, including mobility issue and safety concern, memory loss. Peter, one day, good afternoon, senior brother Jala. I'm following you from Mamba Point. Samuel Seyon. Exactly, Jala, that was completely wrong on those guys' part. We shouldn't encourage such in our country. I think he's referring to the issue of the representative. Yes. O.P. Oni Johnson, good afternoon, Jala. Salia Lasana Kone, good afternoon, brother. Samuel Seyon. We can disagree but not destroy each other. Never shall we fight. John David Nakola Yakbawulo, watching from Collins Street, a resident in Banga City, Bon County. This is time Mr. Boakai leave because he is doing so to benefit to benefit his people, to benefit the people of Liberia. We are clearly getting there. Last part of your comments was not too correct. I didn't see it good. Saros, welcome. Talk, welcome. I read a comment earlier. Prince, tier 1, welcome. Let's take some calls of 5. You want to say something quickly? Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, that's star 799 hash OK, and you select number 8 for Voice of Liberia. Star 799 hash OK, select number 8 for Voice of Liberia. You play with just $100 Liberian dollars, and then you stand a chance to win 4,000 Liberian dollars. So while the Chief Jala will be having conversation with our guest, you have to play continuously, because right after the interaction with our guest, I will be back here to send your money. So keep playing. Star 799 hash OK, select number 8, play with just $100 Liberian dollars, and of course you stand a chance to win 4,000.
Thanks. Just better and give it to me. I'll keep announcing it while you are away. Let me welcome my brother and friend I'm not seeing for a long time, Mr. Heston Jassy. He's been away, but he's been in the jungle. Delano Bryan is as my guest. We're taking 10 minutes past the hour. William Bondo, watching from 18th Street Sinker. You're gonna go carry it. Cool. Okay. So keep calling us now on 0773-419-502-0555-184-711 0773-978-564. That's the number. Those are the numbers to call, and that's for the female. 0773-978-564. 0773-419-502 0555-184-711. I the numbers. Those are the guys on your counties. You can call those numbers above. Let me take the first caller here. Welcome. Hello.
Hello, Jala.
Good afternoon, sir. You have 1 minute to make a case.
Thank you, Jala. This is David King, and I do join you from somewhere in Monrovia.
All right, David King.
You see, Jala, sometimes it is now our wish to speak to the president the way sometimes we speak to him.
Okay.
But the president always doing things to make us to speak to him the way we're not supposed to speak to him. There are remittances from America to Liberia, but it's very different. All right? It tells you that these people have been paying the quota to the motherland, and with the kind of economic hardship the country is faced with, you're bringing 1,563 persons back to this country with the kind of hardship in this country, no job. Even electricity is something that's very much difficult for us. And you are telling us that Donald Trump coming from our brothers and sisters, oh, man, even if they say you are insensitive to the plight of the people, I don't think it should extend this far.
Yeah.
People should be in sympathy. The first thing in the country is the president. He should lead that. He should show that leadership role. But when we say Joseph Boaga does not have the leadership role to play in our country as a leader, he always doing things like an ordinary person. And other people get vexed with us.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. May your comment. Others have to talk. Answer Coleman. I'm following from the Economic Freedom Fighters Liberia office. Uriah Diamond. I'm watching you from Jacobtown resident. Hello, welcome to caller. Is that Corvier?
My name is Isaac Wilson.
Okay. Go ahead, my brother. Isaac, go ahead, man.
I'm joining you from VIA community.
Okay.
I want to speak to the specific issue relating to Reverend Prince. So that when you make people understand about it the way, then at the end of the day, it will turn out to you. That is what we are seeing in the screen.
So what did he do violently that he deserved what he went through?
So as we condemn that it should not be happening like that, people should not go out there and just throw the feet at the same time. They will also remind some of these leaders in power to be at the leader of the guys who teach some of the guys to do some of the things. So it's not a good thing. I think for some of our brothers who are educated or who is educated, not better mindset of engaging a leader through a civil platform or not going after him or as a physical way. Which I think we should also understand that at the time when we were in cities, your own person who must have in that disgrace. So it's back for back.
Thank you. May your point. Thank you so very kindly. The next caller, welcome. I said each caller has a minute. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Gracie.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome. This is Voice of Liberia. What's the name? Where do you call from?
This is the voice of PSI, and I join you from Plaza, Kiki County, formerly of District 4.
Okay.
Mr. Gracie, it's about time our president know that he's the president of the Republic of Liberia. He's now an ordinary person. And this president is doing intentionally, he's on record for speaking regularly always. Mr. President, I think, recall when the capital building got on fire, he went there and he spoke regularly. No wonder why Kula Fofana is always speaking regularly and the information minister is always forcing. I don't know why he can't disseminate information or he can't force the public. And it is not strange now that we are known that the president is on record for speaking regularly. That is why they are learning. Leadership is so important, it's so cardinal. Your follower will always follow after you.
Okay.
So let the president get to know that the space he occupying, it is the highest space in the Republic of Liberia.
Thank you so very kindly.
The sacred heart of Liberia, they try to respect it.
Thank you. I will still read your comments. Keep bringing your comments forward. Let me recognize Priscilla M. Sompon Nepa. Both CDC and UP, they are all. And say you are right. Both CDC and UP, they all are. Welcome. Let's say, brother. Yeah, go ahead. Let's say, what's your name?
Good afternoon, Jara.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to people of the people of Mama Nadia. My name is Adimu Masana Tinta. I do join you from a comfortable residence to Constant.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for your talking point this afternoon. The issue has to do our brother going to be deported back home to Nigeria. President really decided that if you now build if you now really for your country to build, if the national come for you, I think really everybody's talking about their opinion. But my opinion, I think in that referring those that are really thinking about your country and doing well for your country, I think in that referring because some of our brother
So you wish them evil, right? That's what you mean, right?
No, I don't mean you refer them, but some of them, they are not.
But you know, when you go to somebody's country, my brother, let me say this to you. When you go to somebody's country, it's that country that has a right to give you a document to say you're a resident. But sometimes it's very cumbersome to get documents from America. The processes are very long. So if you went there just 5 years ago, you say trying to get settled and you are caught up missing, I couldn't be telling you the post go for you.
Okay, no, let's to foreign affairs. What the foreign affairs say that they engaging the government of America to for the thing to be that our girls should not be deported. And I think they are not going.
And so while you are saying that, and the Minister of Information said they were in consultation with American people through the embassy. And while those consultations are taking place, the president comes to say what he said. So he also undermines what the government doing.
No,
bye-bye. Come on, let's call. You want listen, we'll not be arguing here. The way you think I other good thing. Let me welcome Uriah's Diamond, watching from Jacobtown, Priscilla M. Sompo Nipe, Raya Comment, William Bunda, welcome, Andrew Talkalam Bestman. The statement from our president is scaring. God, please help our country. He says that it's called Andrew Talkalam Bestman. Let me read all your comments. I'll come and take some calls. My guest is here. We'll take it in the next few minutes. Saros will come and talk along. Joseph Walker presidency is a complete embarrassment to our country. This loving nation, everywhere in this country is a serious problem. David Kennedy now watching all the way from Thailand. Welcome. Vabs King Innocent watching and following from Johnsonville's Sasto. Keep a calls coming on those numbers I call earlier. Balio Barry Jala. You have to what? Voice of Todi Online TV. Please follow my page, guys. Okay. Let's take the next caller. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, Jala.
Good afternoon. Oh, what's happened to the line? I will take 2 more calls. I said I will take you up to 10 minutes past the hour, then I go to Delano Bryant. He's engineer by profession, but a politician also. He says, oh, the house of politics. The house of politics, but now I'm politics. Let's say, oh, yeah, let's take the last caller. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, Jala.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
I'm okay. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
This is the boss, same TV from Ponchima, Lufa County.
Benjamin, welcome to Morovia.
Yeah, thank you very much for the program, brother. My man, we're always saying the same thing and over and again, brother. You see the situation that we are talking about. You got people in the United States are paying on us, are being helping our parents back. If the international community or the government or America having to say, oh, let our people come back, that's something that you say, oh, yeah, we work on the kind of thing for people.
Yeah. You know, the country always, we don't even have jobs. No companies are here. The few jobs are for the government officials. So no jobs. So when the people come by 1,560 people, they get a job.
And
you know the economic has to impose the country.
We are in serious trouble in the country, my brother. We really got to pray to God at least to get a pleasure in the country. Thank you very much, brother. We got other people that stay here.
All right. Let's do the last caller. Thank you. The last caller is here. I'm not taking any more calls again. Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
I'm Spencer of the Second. I'm calling from Banga, Bon County.
Banga, welcome to Morovia.
You know, the statement made by the president tonight, he was done, he spoke indirectly because in the sense that half of the government office.
You say what?
He spoke indirectly because half of the government office.
Ignorant.
Yeah, indirectly because you look at the education minister, keep some other group of America, and they are saying that the British and the Liberia lady America, I expect for you to talk for days to see and after document for them to be said on that country to be happy me. And everything is wrong. So you come to the one
all right. All right, thank you so much. Let's be careful now how we use words on the president. You can disagree. I always say this. Let's disagree, but let's not fight. Let's not insult. You can simply disagree. You can use some BB book, but don't insult. Mansisi, welcome. She says she's watching us from Purple Corner in Claratown. Mansisi, welcome. Steve Ma, watching from La Vica, USA, Nevada. Sarah's will come and talk along. We told our brothers and sisters and our old people as well, but they never listen to us. What we were able to tell us concerning about the old man, is he the rightful man for this nation? We already inside it. JB, say anything you want to say, huh? That's what he said. So let me get it on. They made some Grand Bassa. Where you come from? Yeah, I know. I saw your post. My high school friend. So let me welcome one Bassa song. Why is Sonny got the Yeah, let me for Sonny guy. He is Dylan O'Brien is my friend. He's our guest. We'll talk on some issues in Liberia. Yes. So keep playing the cash giveaway. It's *779 and hash. Okay, and select number 8. Play with 100 LD and win $4,000 Liberian dollars. We are here to put money in your pockets. Keep playing. The more you play, the more your chances to win, man. *779 and hash. Select number 8. Okay, and select number 8. Play with 100 LD and win $4,000 on this Monday afternoon. I want to get one better result. No, okay. I will ask the Brian, man, whatever they made it. The thing man talking the way you on the explain to us. Christopher Brambo, I'm watching from Yokohama in Japan. Mustafa Esbelete, thank you very much, my dear brother. I'm watching you from Maryland, County, Plivo City. Welcome to the show. It's on Boston, Liberia, 104.1 on many frequencies in the country. If you are in Bagabon County, you're watching us via 90.7. Those in Grand Bassa, they're on 95.7. Those in Liberia, in Makibi, are watching us and listening to us on 89.7. And Vanjima is 96.7. So the President, His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Yimon Boakai, has appointed Kaya Johnson as the Superintendent of Grand Bassa County. I know the man we've been talking about. I didn't know the man appointed, and so I go see on Facebook. My own friend. Kaya, welcome. Kaya, welcome. Kaya, welcome. Thanks for your, and I say thanks to the President for your preferment, and hope you live up to the expectation of the Bassa people. Mr. Kaya Johnson. Let me welcome Mr. Dylan O'Brien. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, it's a pleasure being back here for, I think there's a string studio on the other side.
Okay, yeah.
The place getting big every other day.
Yeah. So that one is used as an office now? Studio, yeah.
I would like to say thanks to the CEO of this place, my good friend and brother, Sekou. He doing extremely well with the team here, and also to my big brother, Jana Greatview. Well, it's a pleasure being back here. It's not by mistake, and I would like to say congratulations to my friend and brother, Commissioner Johnson of Grand Bassa County, one of our own who has just been appointed as superintendent. He's a strong man, been doing great well. We are, like you said, we expect him to do nothing less than the better.
Absolutely. Let me say welcome to Ivani P. Sherman, Washington, City, Makibi County. But where have you been, Brian? Where have you been? What have you been involved with?
Well, for the last nearly close to 10 years in Liberia, I've been in the private sector. I've been into business. I've been involved into the infrastructure sector of Liberia. I've been involved in roadworks, vertical constructions, building, providing project management consultancy as well. Now we are diversified the business to a group of companies.
Okay.
So now we involve into security, supply chain management. That's what we involve into. And also been an advocate for a better infrastructure for Liberia.
Now, given the level of road work being done here, we are that of Joseph Boakai.
Right.
You as an engineer.
Right.
What is your own assessment of how road works?
Well, I like to speak to empirical facts and evidence. I have not, since the last 12 months, have not validated the level of work that has been done by the Unity Party, meaning I have to check. Currently, I have my team in the field. We're trying to collect some raw data to look at current work that are ongoing already to know the quality. And you got to determine that, match that to the specification, documents that have been prepared for roadworks, to be able to inform you on the quality control management system put in place. So until the next 2 months, we'll be speaking to that. As I speak right now, we haven't had any recent documentation to provide to say these were done perfectly before and they was done not perfectly before. So we will speak to that in the next 2 months.
All right. So, have you visited the Ministry of Public Works? A lot of Liberians are complaining. I mean, I spoke to some people from Dupo Road. Those in the construction business said they have not been given priority by the government. And this has been an old-age problem.
Okay.
And they think that the business of engineering, I mean, given a contract rather, it is given to the Lebanese and Indians who do all these works, and they are just to give support to them.
Okay.
So, if you have more than 4 or 5 companies come together, they can come together, but the government cannot give them any contract.
But I have Liberian contracts. I know Liberian companies that are having Liberian contracts. I mean, sorry, who I want contract from Public Works currently.
Okay.
I know some Liberian companies that are having contracts. I have my good friend BK. I have a few of my other friends who have won contracts from the Ministry of Public Works, more especially under the 100 days delivered from the president. I know a few of the contractors. Well, just 1 or 3. SSF or Big Brother Fawaz, a lot of Liberian, like he has a Liberian and also a Lebanese company as well. Okay. He won contract, and 2 Chinese companies. So majority of people are Liberian companies. But again, I really like to look at the quality of things. Sometimes we have to look at the capacity issue of ourselves.
Okay.
Many times our business people, sometimes we're not honest ourselves, and we stay from the back. We don't like competitive process. We don't always criticize. Sometimes. I would tell you for the last under President Weah term, I supported George Weah. 2017, I supported George Weah. And I supported George Weah again in 2023. But I would tell you 2017, I supported George Weah.
Okay.
And under George Weah government, I didn't have any contract for the last 6 years.
Okay.
But I still run my business. I still do well in my business. I was running my businesses. And because
were you engaging them? Because you supported the president.
I supported the president, not because I wanted the president to give me a contract. I supported the president because I felt at that moment that President Weah, looking at his background for where he had lived, to where he had worked, places he had traveled, his exposure, and I felt Weah would have been the better president for Liberia at that time. And more especially, Weah was a traditional Liberian. Man from here, pa from here. He mean coming from very some era. So he understands the intricacies of the typical Liberian person who will go to bed sleeping hungry. So for a man that take power in a country, he knows what it means for someone to sleep hungry. He will do everything possible to make sure people. So I believe I just believe in that sentiment. That was something that I had that kind of confidence in him. I voted him. But here's the problem people have with me to real time. There were road projects ongoing. One of the road projects they had was documented road project.
Okay.
My loyalty is not to individual. My loyalty is to the country. And there's some project I validated or felt were not right. And I felt the approach at some of those projects were not correct. Neither that they need to do something better. And for me, the way I do my criticism is that I will criticize and then recommend. So I felt that there were some things that needed to be done. Even when they started the RO project, I raised concern. And some of the concern we raised, but they may not correct me. How do you be supposed the president? He just no, I can't. No. I didn't.
Why were you disappointed?
So people talking personal. And at some point, people felt I was on the other side. So at some point, I didn't even to even get some payment I had within government was very difficult to even get. Was very difficult to get. People felt at some point my alignment would cost that too because I have a radio program on cost that show. And people felt that they got every time cost I would call into the guy talk about road project. Just people that pull up professional journalists will call me to explain. And I was never biased. Honestly, I was not biased because I would applaud the government where the government did right or doing something good. I would talk about it. But when I try to criticize the wrong thing, and people try to point by, say, oh, the man on the other side, So at some point, I never spend my time to even pay for any government contract. So what I would focus on more on the international projects. I could work competitive process way, and our God could bless me For the 6 years of George Weah government, I still ran my office, still could pay my staff, and still was still doing my regular international travels because I trusted God. And His grace continued to move towards my business. So, but my loyalty is not individual, it's in my country. I'm a patriotic Liberian. I love my country than individual. So it doesn't because I supported Jala Grieve, my big brother from way down the line when I was staying hard. I was my senior in school, because Jala called me to work for him. Jala is doing something wrong. I can't constructively criticize Jala. I need to make sure that our honest friend will look in your face and tell you, Jala, you're a great man. You can do better if you improve in the area. A dishonest man will tell you, Jala, everything's okay. And now one of the reasons you see today Liberia is continuing to retrogress progressively. And one of the reasons today Liberia,
people do see the leaders and telling the truth.
And that's one of the reasons that I see Liberia is progressing progressively. Retrogressing progressively. We are retrogressing progressively. Meaning we're going back too fast. Because over the years, our country, our leaders been guided among people who are full of deception.
Okay, we'll come to the deception. But you currently run a radio program online.
Oh yeah.
How did you come at that radio program? What do you offer the people of Liberia in the world?
In 2016, one day I sat in my office after I made a trip to Japan. I was selected among one of Liberian and one of the business people in Africa. One of who was selected, two persons from Liberia, two business were selected to go to Japan for 6 months for entrepreneurship training.
Okay.
So when I went to Japan and after I participated in the training, I came back to Liberia. And I felt that a certain gap we had in Liberia. If I woke up in the morning, listen to the middle of the radio station, I listen to politics. And I felt there's a gap. And the gap we had at that moment, the gap was the minds of motivation. People were sitting in their homes with depression. People at some point felt that the system can no longer sustain them. And some people at some point they felt that they themselves could not even get the way going through because they felt that they couldn't believe in themselves. We felt that I thought, so there's a need to come with a new ideology. What Liberia needs right now, we need a system of change from the mindset. If Liberia will get better, it has to do with every Liberian, not with the government. The government is a system established. Leadership is in every one of us. We are all leaders. All by ourselves. So until we can determine who we are, define who we are, we cannot be where we want to be.
Now, George, can you please come and check that mark and see it? I'm getting reports from the online viewers that there's an echo there. Or you could just change the microphone. I don't know what you think. Okay.
So until we can define,
tell us what is when it's better. Just tell us.
So until we can define who we are, in life there's something we call gift. God created all of a unique gift. And that gift that is in us, until we know things we're capable of doing all by ourselves, Jala, we cannot be great. Today, I've been following Jala from my picking time. When you started that thing from Kinsito on campus, you're doing journalism, you started for a long time. I follow Jala. Jala, this is your area. You have that skill, that unique voice. You have that unique, that excellent skill that no one can be like Jala. And that you are going through the wreck and fire of great until you work in government as deputy. That's your legacy, Chuma. But until many of us don't even know who we are, Jala. We don't even know our strength. So we just scatter here and there. We just run it back and forth. Now one of the reasons why the foreign and the alien come to Liberia to become successful. Look at this radio station we're sitting today. A young man who have not even stayed in the journalism practice in Liberia for 15 years have a setup that's innovation. It's innovation. And that's why we're telling people in our country, things will not be easy.
Absolutely.
But you can make things easy for you at some point. So I thought about establishing a platform called the ATC platform. It's a platform for innovation. That's a minds of creativity and sensitivity. Because the word today, there's a belief I had that said, if you can't dream is imagination. So you bring your imagination to reality. Many of us don't dream. When you always hear Martin Luther King said, I had a dream that one day my 4 little children will sit on the table where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. That was a dream. When Martin Luther King fought hard for women's right to vote in America, he felt that one day it will happen. And today, Martin Luther King is celebrated in the world.
Absolutely. But let me carry you back. You just returned from the USA. I know you were there on a business trip.
Right.
There are lots of Liberians, many of them there,
Yeah.
trying to settle down. They contribute immensely to the growth of this country through remittances, all of those. Now, politically, what do you think is happening with the freeze of support of Africa by the U.S. president, quote unquote, and Liberians who are there to be deported and all of those?
Well, I spoke on the other day, one of the radio stations. This is a very simple thing. The USAID was established in 1941, 1961-41 by one of the American ex-president. It was about public proclamation by the president.
Okay.
He said, I want this to happen. He didn't do that through the Constitution. So it was not done by Congress. So that was passed. And USAID over the last 40 years, 50 years, have been the biggest donor aid to the world. Not only Africa, all around the world. The US donor aid to all unit aid group to all of the world, all part of the world. President Trump felt that they had some differences. He felt Trump is a businessman. He sees USAID from a different perspective. He said a lot of money running through other places. He believed that the priority of the taxpayer, right? The taxpayer, that's the taxpayer money for America. He said the taxpayer money of America is not properly used. USAID is creating all kind of programs around the world that sometimes doesn't even align. I don't even align with American priorities. I don't even align with the taxpayer priority. So he said, no, this time we'll not do that. What we're going to do right now, we will stop it, we'll review it. If we were to continue, we'll not do it the same way we're doing it. But the good news is, President Trump cannot get rid of it. That's why he suspended it for 90 days. The smartest thing he did was to do it within 90 days.
Okay.
Hurry, revisit it quickly, retailor some of the programs, cut them down with priorities, he adjusted, and then they roll their own people into it. Politics again. Then when the politics come in, President don't get control of it. There are some allegations within America, or places that many of the Democrats were rolling that through to get the business and going through. There was an allegation again that the Democrats were using it as some means to get the raise of funding for campaign. Trump just came in for campaign, man. So he felt also allegations that some Democrats were there. They were strongly supportive of the work for USAID. There was some money used, the same money was used against him. So he feel that once again. But within the 90 days, after 90 days, USAID will start to work effective. But again, many of the programs around the world will be adjusted. Now, you talk about the Liberians in the U.S. It's not only Liberia alone. It's a global issue in America. America had their own immigration policy. And
someone may say the other countries will tell their own.
Okay. So, I was wrong when I saw that 1,500, which is 1,500 person, allegedly will be deported to Liberia. I have not seen the listing. I saw somebody posting that on Facebook. Whether it's true or not true, everybody started to run with the information that we get 1,500 person coming to Liberia. Officially, the Liberian government, I don't know where they have been rating on that. The other country, Nigeria, other places have been rating. I don't know where Liberia have been rating. If that's the case, that could be a diplomatic arrangement. But again, America has their own law. If those guys are in violation of American law, the Liberian government cannot do anything. I mean, if you were found, like when Trump took over, to tell that undocumented people, and then there are a lot of undocumented people staying in America to do well. Some have avoided trouble. It will surprise you that people are even on the AED program, that even if you got temporary status and you're involved into maybe sometimes you went to a police station, maybe I saw it even beat on your wife, and you went to the police station before, or sometimes maybe you took for assault. Look, guys can pick up your file. If they saw you in the street, they stop you, they read everything on the seat that you were having assault before, they can collect your carry. So now, what smart thing what people are doing is they stay home.
When you stay home,
that's better to stay home than to be sent home. It's better to stay home than to be sent home.
Yeah.
Because
when they stay home, you come to the house.
Yeah. So people are staying home. Even some of the schools.
How do they pay their mortgages and all of those?
Everybody understands that area now. If you live in your community area dark, forget about Jala. How you live? How you get married? You don't need a player. People living in America know how to turn around to survive in America. Now, one of the reasons why.
How long will they keep themselves indoors?
Yeah, this is for the next 12 months. the 100 days, the one pushing the thing. After the 100 days, those guys have maneuvered away. The first 100 days. Now, New York right now,
you don't think that Trump administration will make this a continuous process?
There are a lot of court issues going. The president, you listen to Donald Trump put up for one thing he put up for the bribe citizenship is in the court. USAID, part of USAID project is also in a court. Before they were shutting down the whole USAID. Now you cannot shut down the whole USAID. So the guy setting A section of USAID, they went to court to reduce that. He's a little bit flexible. But a few other things are in the court. They're still looking at. The immigration process, it will continue. But the zest right now you have after 100 days will suppress at some point. It will subside at some point. You realize that people will be vigilant, will always understand the system. Now, do not, like I told somebody the last time, even if you, a U.S. citizen, have a copy of your passport walking in the street. If you're a temporary green card holder, if you're a permanent resident, if you even on political asylum, walk with your documents every other day in the street. Because the guys are parking at the park areas, they park the car with our license plates, they park at the shopping mall, they just park the car to observe you.
Yeah.
As soon as you get out of the car, they go, excuse me, sir. Can I talk to you?
And I saw Indians.
You saw that after, right?
Yeah, I saw Indians.
But it's a good news to us, Jala. What Trump is also doing.
What's the good news about that?
Okay. What your people who work in the system, who qualify for the system, salary about start to increase. There are people who pay for the documentation, have the documentation legitimately. Some cannot get qualified jobs. Because if they were to pay my brother for $20 per hour and the brother somebody to pay that person $10, 2% for $10 per hour, I cannot get a job. So that I listened to the order that was filed in New York. The guy said on his farm he may have an undocumentable pouring. And sometimes they cause a lot of problems for you on the farm. But Central passed it. Those guys have those guys he's seeing coming in, that people that he can follow, they all get a visa, the authorization visa, and they pay it to government. America is creating a system where they can make more money from the system. The diversity visa.
So the system was loose first.
It was loose. People are just beating the system. People in America have documentation. Cross the border, just cross and go Sereno. They go Guinea, just cross, they have into. So now you have to pay. Now, the next thing will start to happen now because like you cannot deal with art immigrant. America is the biggest immigrant system country in the world. America's strength is based on immigrant. That go there. So what I think happened? Trump they're trying to settle down that if Jala is going to the system, he should pay. You can stay from right. You got a work visa in America. Do you know that can happen? But most people don't know. You can stay right here. You got a work visa in America. If I got business in America right now, and I can send you a work permit, I might send you a work invitation. You can apply for the work visa, and you need to go work in America.
If you're not denied by the American embassy,
they're not going to deny you. The only thing they want to see is that legitimacy of the firm that inviting you. You should have that extra competence that you are going to provide, and you come. That's all. You pay for the visa.
Okay.
So that's an opportunity.
That's an education for the life.
And then you got something you can even stay here because you can pay for permanent resident. You can be right here. They got a visa for permanent resident. You pay for that permanent resident visa. It's almost like an investor visa that you feel that you can disclose $100,000 US. You can deposit. You have $100,000 US, $100,000 investment. You can get a visa like that. It happens around the world. Those are opportunities there for many people.
Okay. Dylan O'Brien is my guest. He is a Liberian businessman. He is my guest. We are here till 4 o'clock. The last time we spoke, you were talking about the deception and varieties in politics from the middleman to the leaders of the country.
Right.
What do you mean by that?
Jala, I come from a community called Virginia Community. That's in the Broville side. Leadership starts from our community where we live. If you live in a community and we cannot checkmate ourselves, our community leaders, to do the right thing, worrying that we cannot educate our community or support our community to do the right thing. When that community leader leaves the community leader position and goes to a representative, can we checkmate him or her? No. If you let retrospect a little bit, President Taylor came to Liberia. He became president for Liberia. When President Taylor took over, he hired close associates, Hebrews. brought him closer. They were worshiper and believer of President Taylor. They were sitting at the front bench of President Taylor. Everything President Taylor did was okay. Oh, because why? They were at the front bench of the president. Until President Taylor went down to the dream.
And they were saying, giving the rubber
bands. The president, you're strong, you can make it.
Make it. Even when the rebels were angry,
you can make it. Until America said you cannot make it.
And Samba by the leave.
And who left alone? Taylor left alone. Taylor cried, regretted it today. Taylor said, if I know I worked along with the Americans. Manaseli took over power for the first 6 years. Manaseli was somebody who was vigorous for change. And she said that corruption is number one public enemy.
Yeah.
Our words. After that, 2011, when you had Manaseli she won the election. She said corruption is a vampire.
Yeah.
And when Sun Rabaseli had no car in red.
As president of no car.
On pro bono basis. When the car went in red.
30 million is stolen.
When finance ministry could appropriate for $500 million. When the former auditor general walked into the Ministry of Finance.
John Molu.
Asking the Minister of Finance then to account for $5 million. Madam Sally said, I'll take the blame.
And she also took the blame for the $30 million balance and no car.
People around Madam Sally could not tell Madam Sally the truth. And I can recall one of the ministers then was the Justice Minister of Liberia, Christianata, who told Madam Sally her son had no right to arrest a Russian investor and seize his money. The NSA boss at that time. And that woman had to resign. Teron Gold also had to resign. But majority could not look at the president and tell she was doing wrong.
Minister, they passed to the president on his matter.
So Manaseli, at some point, if you were to recount, Manaseli's second term was not exceptional, was fair compared to her first term. Because her second term was run by other people, by her associates. So we had took over 2017. The Liberian people, the traditional Liberian, the ordinary Liberian people saw themselves in George Weah. So they voted Weah. So that we see this man will bring change for us with the common, the typical Liberian people. But one good thing, President Weah did, I can tell many persons. President Weah went and he hired common people. People who have never worked before in their whole life, make them minister. Make somebody executive director. Someone who have not even had experience. But we did that on one account. He feel that when I empire Jara Grapeview, Jara will go down to his community and empower his friends. But not seeing people turn around for their own people. They turn their back on the people that made them to make Joe Weah, and then Joe Weah made them to turn their back on the people. And at some point they told Joe Weah was the greatest president ever in Liberian history. That was a deception. It misled him. When the typical Liberian people that voted Joe Weah tried to speak their voices, people were marginalizing them. Oh, the money people against me, the president put against you. The people don't like you. The people don't like you. Until November 11 or November 10, when Liberian people spoke out. So Mr. Weah, you didn't listen to us. Go. And on Sunday in your church, Mr. Weah said it. And that was the time that he could listen to the people.
Let's do small adjustment here.
Okay.
Yeah. You muted this mic? It's better.
So that was the time. I think the microphone is off.
Yours is off?
That was the time.
It's true.
Of
It's good. Just check mine. Okay.
So that was the time.
Yeah, go ahead.
That was the time that they started. First, we had to listen to the Liberian people. It was already late. And he understood at that moment the true followers we had. And those untrue followers we had. They misled him.
If the microphone is better, then let us know. Those of you following us. But this mic has gone mute. It's muted. I'm not getting anything.
So,
okay, just put all together. But mine is say off, Josh. I don't know why you do it. It's not coming true. Not hearing me. Okay, I know it's okay now. Go ahead.
Okay, so
go ahead.
At the church on Sunday, my big brother and friend Money said, spoke a heart to the Liberian people that if I listen to some of these people about this Sunday who are being here, what they wanted me to do. But when did he listen? It was late. In the first year of President Joseph Boakai in power, we have seen a level of deception against Somalia in the first 1 year.
And what are those deceptions you are saying? What are some?
And I can name them. When the president is riding private jet, I listened to one of the senators saying he apologized to the president but the president should ride private jet for conveniency.
But at that time, it was not convenient.
He was not convenient. If I were the president, I would not let him come closer to him because he lying. He condemned me before. What you want to praise him for now? Because he riding along with me? I was doing it. I was speaking in Liberian ways. The next thing is that before the president could take over, some of the people around the president, they wrongly procured things that were not legal. And they told everything okay. Now, seeing some of the sounds that are coming out today, like today I listened to the president pass over yesterday, Jala. For Christ's sake, a president make a statement that you are suspended and turn everything over.
Yeah.
And the suspended president back in the same car the president said, all right.
They suspected the president?
And they went somewhere for investigation. You see that president, ordinary person? You see it's ordinary?
It beats my imagination. I can't really think what's going on.
Jala,
especially the attitude portrayed
people
by a female.
And this is somebody that you and I know very well.
Of course.
Know her family very well. And I can ask the process what I saw today. The president make a decision. And then who are you to challenge the president's decision? No ordinary person can do that. No extraordinary person can do that. Again, the same people in the president cluster, in the president cabinet, are confusing the president. They will be the same people after 6 years. We're telling the Liberian people Joseph Boakai didn't do well. That's why they would say they don't after 6 years. And I told somebody, President Boakai, politically he had accomplished his lifestyle. He was vice president. He became president. He's almost like the former American president, Joe Biden, from vice president to president. And he retired. President Boakai will retire. But in left with those who will be taking over from President Boakai. What kind of legacy will you be 40 on? You can recall. You know the party lost election in 2017 after 12 years. Because the same kind of legacy that were damaged in the second term. And today we see them treating on the C14. Like somebody asked a question the other day, what's the difference between CDC and Unity Party? And I tried to process over the question and mention the difference, their names. Their names are different. So what you mean? He said, think about it in the next 2 years. And I gradually tried to send some of
do you expect any change anytime sooner?
I don't know what kind of change you're talking about. If you say anything sooner.
Changing the behavior of individuals, improving government, where corruption will be fought, where nepotism will not show any sort of those.
Individual don't change in government. Government don't change people. They are hating attitude of people. That one of our mentors said, Barack Obama's wife, she said, time define people, time show people, and time show people through power. You know, the poor man is never a humble man. He's only humble because he's poor.
Once he gets money, he gets out of it.
You are able to see the man who can I afford will tell you that stout is bitter. The reason why he tells you that stout is bitter, he doesn't know the importance of stout. That stout has vitamin, that stout has energy. He doesn't know stout. He doesn't know that stout help the blood to. He doesn't know that when a woman drinks stout, when she's pregnant, she drinks stout. That's the best thing for her to stabilize her blood. He doesn't know that stout makes the baby stronger. But that's why I'm telling you, stout in some of the Arab countries, what the stout they say about in the pharmacy.
Yeah.
Stout is better. So you don't say that stout is better. You let beer, but beer is not. So he feels that. So when the poor man will say that to you.
Brian, let me pause it and take some comments on our guys following us. That will come back to you. Then later we'll open the full lines. You got to check this stuff. Anyway, let me welcome Mr. John Hesse, President Boakai. Okay. Sano Perry, I'm watching from Buchanan Grand Bassa County. Stephen Haga King, watching from Jungle Farm Asset, Lower McGibby County. Mohammed Vani Kane, the echo is coming back and forth. Let us, okay, I think we have some resolved already. Mohammed Vani Kane, especially the guest mark, he said. Gertrude Wilson, welcome, thanks. Josiah Smith, welcome. But you want to teach somebody Josiah Smith? Who are you to teach somebody about something? That thing talking about, we come out, DOE power. Who are you to tell somebody, say, we don't know what we're talking here? Diana Dennis, I'm watching from New York, Manhattan. Is Diana Dennis. Chris Jaber, I'm following from Sano County. Princess Colley, following from Looking Town Community, she says, welcome, Princess. Lucia Dorcas Hicks. Okay, she said, but Lily was, okay, I don't know what she was trying to say. Lucia Dorcas Hicks. Andrew Trocolum Bestman, you are speaking with wisdom, he says to the guest. Abby Gayu is no car, not Nako. Who's a Nako? DMV is a. Okay, let me go back to you. Go ahead. So where we are now, I was asking us whether change is coming anytime soon. But if I would ask you, in the first 1 year of the WIA government and that of the first 1 year in the Bwaka administration,
Right.
how do you rate them?
Well, if I had to rate them, I would rate them differently. Looking at from the perspective of infrastructure,
Okay.
and I would say that we are doing well in the first year when it comes to infrastructure, more especially for roads. In the first year, we are running with our roads project. You ran with the Doe Community Road, which really brought relief to a lot of people because that's alternative route was very important. We had it in the first year. We had the other smaller community road project too as well. And one of the contractors that we already had existing contract with Unity Party government before, and they took over to continue with our project too as well. So there were a lot of road projects that we have got involved to that were raised by the infrastructure, more especially on the infrastructure side.
Okay.
Compared to Unity Party first year, the first year, the continuous where we are stopped, that was a good plus as well. Meaning where we are, some project we are already doing, they continue with that. So literally the only new project they had so far was the President 100-day delivery projects. It was a new project.
And why were all you bidding?
And that project was like for $22 million for 2 years period. But the road is for 2 years period.
Okay.
So in the welfare,
Other people believe that the 22 million was just used for
the issue was with the PRO that were around it.
Okay.
The PRO were around about for 2 years period.
But do you trust that the money stay in the bank, stay in government possession?
The way to do it is that the projects, so the contractor is contracted. The contractor doesn't receive the money. So what they have spent initially at that time was up to $9 million, close to $9 million to spend. And the $9 million was for the first phase of the project, because as the project progresses, the contractor works as per the milestones. So when milestones are being completed, a certificate of completion are made and they pay towards that. So until the dry season, we hear people complaining, and the minister says, well, 8.5 million. People say, no, not $20 million. But when people start to understand, because the project is a period of time, 24-month period, that's how the contract is located. So the first for the project, so they rolled the president project into that too as well. So that was the only new project he did so far. So we had a lot of new project he did in the first. But then President Bwaka in other area, he scored better than George we enjoy at first when it comes to foreign policy. What the government did actually, or what it started doing first, is to get rid of all our diplomatic passport that were run the place in the bad hands. That was the first good step the government made. And the government also tried to regain some political faces around the world. You saw the delegate that went to America, sitting in America, bringing up a Liberian dialogue at DC, at Washington, at DC, and also in New York. That was a good thing that the government did. And we didn't do that in the first year. In the first year, we are focusing more locally, imparting locally. That's what he started doing. You saw that when the government did that, this government did that in the first year. And you see the IMF coming back quickly. The World Bank started bringing some more money to Liberia. You see that some of our embassies around the world trying to, that was a brilliant step to go. So for the infrastructure, we did extremely well in the first year compared to Unity Party. Unity Party scored greatly when it comes to foreign policy in the first year, for my own observation. And that's my opinion.
Thank you. Well, we'll now activate the phone lines for the next 10 minutes. Let me welcome Lucia Dorcas. She said, The lady on the car did the same thing to Wea, and Waka was supporting her. And so he took her to the car. That's what Lucia Hicks is saying. Jonah Terpy, good afternoon, voice of Liberia. My name is Jonah Terpy, and I did join you from Wella, Magibi County. Welcome. Let's open the phone lines now. 077. I'm going to cash giveaway is here. Star 799 hash. Okay. Sled number 8 play with 100 LD and win $4,000. Again, the cash giveaway. Keep playing it over and over again. You play 3 times, 4 times, you stand a better chance to win. Imagine play with $100 and winning $4,000. Star 799 hash. Okay. Sled number 8 and play with 100 LD and win $4,000. Do we have a caller there? Hello, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon. Let me say good afternoon to your guests.
Good afternoon.
This is David King, and I do join you from my residence this afternoon.
Okay, there we go.
You see, there are student guests, you know, Jesse, I love the objectivity as it relates to the issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of our brothers in the country, they believe that whatever they do, they will not be able to speak the truth. But I love him for what he said concerning President Weah, government in the first year, and that of Mr. Walker's own government. I think the dual community rule was being heavily criticized by the folks in the Unity Party. When that rule was being done, we heard people like Darren DeLong and other folks from the Unity Party who that rule were eating. Today, it is that same rule that we were asking whether they were eating, that the road is falling. The 14 military hospital that was built in Lower Margini County, GFK is here. So we are very much insensitive to the plan of the people. Why are you building a hospital for the military? Today, that hospital is not just serving the military, but it is serving people. You will not believe it. I took a pregnant woman from Grand Bassa County District number 1 to 14 military hospital, and she was undergoing surgery. And the surgery was very much successful.
Okay.
So for people to come to the radio with objectivity that most of our brothers have refused to do so, I think
thank you, David King.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Each caller is entitled to 1 minute. 077 3419 502 0555 184711 is the number for the people in the counties. And the numbers for the Morovia people, 0773-978-564. These are the numbers to call me. Keep sending your messages. I'll read them for you as well on our live feed. There's another caller coming. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. 1 minute. Let's go. What's your name?
Thank you. My name is Jay Agosin Difuma. I'm calling from Ponjima, County.
Benjamin is so active today. Welcome, Benjamin, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Is that sometimes the signal can lost here? So.
Okay, we'll work on that.
Yeah. So I want to connect your studio guest for the analysis. You know, like in read this, when it comes to deception in government, that's what been happening. It was happening during we time, and the one that we are today is now no more. But then, even in this government now, that's what they are trying to do. You know, can you imagine that when I listen to the president's son, you know, I was really downhearted that some of the things that he said was not the reality. You know, sometimes when you say something that is on paper, you should look at it on the reality, whether it's on the ground. You see, when the president talk about the rent price have dropped to 2,500, and also the inflation rate be stable, and also he talk about how all government hospitals have received essential jobs. Actually, for me, I will very downhearted in that manner. Because I believe that the president was not really saying it because he sees, that he saw it or he see it, but I believe that people who wrote it really were not fair to the government to say that the president should go and say that. Because anything the president say, people see that it's the truth. So if you know other partner for them to come in, it would be hard to see that place is okay. So thank you very much for the call.
Thank you. The callers from the counties and numbers are 0773419 055518411. For those in Morovia, 0773-978-564 are the numbers. While you are playing, keep playing the cash giveaway. Star 799 hash. Okay, slide number 8. Play with 100 LD and win $4,000. Another caller is next time. Hello, welcome.
I'm sorry, I hear people coming from PKT in district number 5, Magibi County.
Okay.
So the signal is bad. I'm sorry for that, but I just want to applaud the studio guest. My name is Momo Morris.
Okay.
I think I called my location already.
All right.
I want to applaud the guy. He's very objective, and the objectivity is good. These are people that, for me, would prefer to be in this country discussing and analyzing issues because you see the kind of country we have now, Jara. I'm sorry, the time is limited because you say 1 minute. People will be praying for this government to fail so that the next government can come there. They're forgetting to know that Liberia is always going backward by those mentalities. And so I want to applaud the guy. I want to say hands up to him. Thank you. You give a very sound analysis. Though it may not be perfect, 100% perfect, but at least you have a straight point. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next caller, I'll take 3 calls, and I'll call it quick. Let's see the next caller. Cash giveaway *799#. Okay, it's number 8. Play with 100 LD and win 4,000. Hello, welcome.
Yes, my name is Eric Nestapi.
How are you?
Yes, I want to say kudos to your guy in Chile there. You're very excellent. Then secondly, they have to do Liberia political arena. You know, like what political arena does have good substitution. You know, they say they got the substitution in February. You sit on the bed and watch. Yeah, so when you make a replacement, you know the person is going to do better. But now there's no good substitution in Liberia politics. So we are need to work out. Seriously.
All right. Okay. Zero source. All right. So do we have another caller there? So keep calling. Let's do the cash giveaway. *799#. Okay, slide number 8. Play with 100 LD and win 4,000. Let's say one more caller will come out of our guest to respond to your concerns. I know these are all, you gave me some accolades, there's no question yet. Let's see the final call from there. Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon, Jara.
Good afternoon.
I'm actually calling from Ghana Bay Town Community.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for the topic on discussion. First of all, we need to applaud the studio guest for his honest, analysis. We need people like this in our society. And as one of the callers said, we do not have good substitute in our political arena, which is true. The deception, the deception attitude in our politicians is at the next level in Liberia.
Okay.
They will look at the truth, and because the person who is trying to implement that truth, the person is not on their side, they will tell it to be bad. This is our problem in our country. We pretend that we love this country and we don't love it, because when you love the country, you always pray for your leader. You want your leader to be successful, because when your leader is successful, you yourself will be successful.
Okay.
So we need to continue praying for all of our leaders to be truthful to power and to do things straight.
All right. So thank you so very kindly. Thank you.
Please bring it up again to the studio.
Okay. All right. Something to find the expert to bring them. But that they don't want to come. You call them, they don't want to come. But a few are willing to come, like the little did. We discussed that just last week on the Friday. He said, I'll come Monday. And he came. But let me say welcome to you who have joined us on our live Facebook feed. Again, the Basman is here. You're cutting out the new superintendent now, Mr. Kaya Johnson. Very brilliant young man. And we appreciate the president for his appointment. And you know what? Grand Basman has been hit too much, man. The other day was the superintendent, the former superintendent, the burial. Yeah. And again, another superintendent just passed. The former superintendent, who that God blesses the county. He gives you grace, and that everything goes on well on Kaya Johnson's administration. Let's hear your parting comments, sir.
Well, I'd like to say thank you to all the callers who agree with us, and also those who disagree with us, and also to our viewers from out of Liberia and in Liberia. We pray and hope to be back here. We have to give back to our country. Liberia needs all of us. And like I always told people, the only way Liberia can get better, they say the life of Liberians get better. If Liberia is better, Liberian life will be better. If Liberian life don't get better, Liberia will never be better. So let's put our hands together, make Liberia a better place for all of you. God bless you all. May God grant you speed. And I talk to you anytime soon.
The little Brian is an engineer by profession. He's a businessman. He sounded so philosophical at some point, but also political. And again, the guys are saying, bring such a people like these, bring the kind of people again. Again, you can call us. If you want to come to provide some policy descriptions, and some of them, you can call us on 0700-560-560. We'll bring you all. What is the prescriptions?
Let me say something quick. You know, it's different here that you bring guests. But other places, when you bring the guests, you pay the guests.
Okay, so
like,
we're here,
in the States, you pay the guests. In Ghana, you pay the guests.
Yeah,
so tell them, you want the guests to come, kind of guests that you come. You tell me something that will pay the guests. They don't come. It's just a joke anyway.
Yeah, so I'm going to get the bottle of water.
Yeah, thank you very kindly.
Zebunyu Tobe, Washington, thank you for joining us. I join you again tomorrow, hopefully, or on Wednesday. Tomorrow is Armed Forces Day. And all the best of the men in a green uniform. To the Chief of Staff of the Army is my uncle Fuller. And the rest of the people today is the man called my man, Beta de la Moon's birthday. Have a good day. I'll see you when you see me again.